All right. Welcome back, everyone. Sunday Sales Meeting, episode 4.
Glad to be back.
So, what were we just talking about?
We did speak about Stephen Greer a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So, I didn't see when that clip came out. Was there a date on it? Did you see?
I didn't see.
I feel like it was just a couple months ago because he mentioned something about, if y'all don't know who Stephen Greer is, he's a, he calls himself Dr. Stephen Greer. I don't know if he is actually a doctor. He probably is.
Which doctor?
He probably is. He's a older gentleman, used to work in the CIA, right?
Yeah, I think he was in the CIA.
And he mentioned like CIA black sites and secret government programs and stuff. And he's, I guess he like defected, and then maybe he didn't defect. Maybe he like finished out his contract. Don't quote me on any of this because I don't want to speak on this man's behalf because I don't actually know him, but I know his name. He had like a Disclosure Day documentary thing, like a series on streaming services. I don't remember if it's like Netflix or.
He's had a couple different ones.
Yeah.
Let's see here. He had that one about the little alien, and then he had another one that was like more spiritual. So I can't remember which one is which. Let's see here.
He was basically just talking about.
So that's the one with the little one. Unacknowledged.
Oh, unacknowledged. Yeah. Yeah.
And then he had his own show, it looks like. Disclosure as well. You didn't see that one? The one with the little alien?
Mm-mm. I need to now.
At the end they barbecue it up.
Really?
No.
Oh wow. Dude. You troll so much and you know that I'm so gullible, dude. Oh wow. He kinda does look barbecue. Like if you said that and then showed me that, I'd be like, oh no way. I've seen pictures of that tiny alien before. It actually kind of looks like that's how they would actually look, you know?
Yeah, that thing's like this big though, I think.
There's been so many different depictions of like aliens.
Oh, what's going on here?
Maybe there are a bunch of different kinds of aliens.
He's behind a lot of stuff. I think he says like the Nordics are real and all this stuff. I think he lost a lot of people whenever he started doing. He kind of did the Prophet Yahweh thing. If y'all don't know, Prophet Yahweh is that guy that looks up in the sky and the lights appear. And he was on some newscast as well. But Stephen Greer started doing a lot of that stuff where he's like sitting on a mountaintop with his legs crossed, and then like oh
shit. Anyways, again, what were we talking about?
So, yeah, you were talking about Stephen Greer.
Oh yeah. So he basically was sending out like some kind of message to people who worked in the government like he did to come out and like he straight up said defect. He's calling for them to defect and then take what they can and then turn it into his online blog or whatever it is, his website, so that they can go through it and like release the documents and
You think it's gonna catch on? Like his project?
Yeah. He's been working this for like a long time. There's actually a lot of like people that are just like him that used to work in some high government facility or whatever that, or part of the government, that have like gotten out of the government or defected, or like they're like, I don't know if like there's certain, I don't know how it works, but it seems like for some people you can like be out for long enough, and then you can tell what you know if you wanted to. Like it's
They give you like a
becomes
pass.
declassified. Yeah. Or for other people, I feel like you can get out and then never say anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people get like the Men in Black treatment, and then other people don't. Right, basically.
They get like. Remember we were talking about the like high level form of roofies,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
like permanent roofies. They can just go in and like snip memories out. Good.
Probably scarier what they can take out and put in and stuff. But like in memories wise.
Do you think aliens would take certain stuff out of us? Or do you think they're only putting stuff in? Like, do you think we already have everything in our bodies that we need? Or do you think, like, over time, like, if you believe in evolution or whatever, or if you believe in the theory, I'm not asking if you do, I'm saying, like, if you were a guy who took a stance on evolution, but claims that, like, oh yeah, aliens are responsible for evolving us as we go, do you think, like, beginning early humans were missing certain organs that we have now?
That's interesting. I don't know.
Like, back then,
Like kind of how the aliens are missing sexual organs in the future if there was something different in the past, almost.
yeah.
Not just sexual organs, but yeah, I don't know.
But they are missing those. Like, they pretty much have everything else except for those. So, I guess. So I get what you mean.
Yeah. I wonder which organ it would be.
I don't know, like, think about it. Back then, they were eating a lot of, like, just whatever. Like, imagine 10,000 BC, like, they're hunting and eating, and, like, nobody's, like, cooking stuff. And so their guts were probably tougher. So I feel like, as far as digestion, I feel like they're probably missing or didn't have, they could have possibly not had certain stuff in
Yeah.
their stomachs. I don't know. Scientists probably know this.
They probably do.
Yeah, they're probably no. They had all the same stuff in humans ever since. But it's like, how do y'all know that? Because we're only finding bones. So like, how did the bones show evidence of like what organs were in there?
Yeah, that's true. All that stuff would be totally gone by then.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I guess you can just say the size, guess the size based on the rib cage or something like that.
The bones only tell you about how big they were, and maybe if there was vitamin D or certain vitamins in their diet or not.
Yeah.
Like, based off their bones, you could figure out like maybe what they ate.
Yeah, that's probably true. I wonder if any of the
But you
marrow.
can't figure out like if they had a good heart or not.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know? Like if their heart was a good heart, as in like, does it work good?
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how we got to there, but like, I don't know. How did we get to that?
Not sure.
I think that's the point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, just
yeah. We're talking about
the organs. Was there any?
Yeah. Do you think maybe they added some to us along the way? Like, as you know, we evolved. It seems like we're getting softer in a lot of ways. Like, we're not as big as, you know, like the Book of Enoch or the Bible claims humans to be. Like, these people were like 9 cubits tall. Some of them. 9 cubits? I don't know. They're like, how tall is that? Like 12 feet?
I don't remember, to be honest.
I think 9 cubits is like, I think a cubit is almost like a meter, I think. It's like 1.25 feet. So 9, 10. He's probably like 12 feet tall. I don't know. Some people. But
I wonder if it's went through different cycles. Like they were big, they were small, they were.
also, if you think about it, they didn't have gyms until like the 80s, 70s, 80s, right? No, maybe before that. But like going to the gym has gotten progressively more popular because I feel like we have to now, because nothing in our average, like we're not fighting lions and like living in the wild and having to hunt every day for our food. So like back then they got like a natural workout.
That's true. I'm sure like our facials, muscles and stuff have changed a lot too. That's why people back in the day look different than now too, a little bit. Just diet.
You feel like they smiled more?
Maybe.
No, I feel like it went from not smiling to smiling more to
Yeah.
like smiling less. I don't know.
It just cycled itself in a way.
Maybe that's what we get to. Like we lose all this stuff. That's how we get to an alien, basically. If they're like us in a million years or whatever.
It's part of the cycle in a way.
Yeah, we like shed everything we don't need. Like, why would you need muscles if you can move stuff with your mind?
Right. Like literally. It's interesting to think about. I wonder. I don't know. I wonder if don't they say some aquatic animals almost have like a psychic abilities too, like octopuses and dolphins and stuff.
Dude, weren't you telling me something
They're
about
squishy.
dolphins?
Apparently.
You can't talk to dolphins.
Yeah,
or
apparently we're
why?
not allowed to talk to dolphins.
I was gonna ask you why, because I forgot.
I think they make it an excuse to say like they don't want to harm the dolphins, and it's like don't feed the birds type of thing. But allegedly, the real reason is that dolphins are like some interesting species that can help humanity. They might have seen like wars happen and no history, and even be able to like communicate that with humans. But so like if we got lied to throughout history, or if somebody really controls
Just
something,
ask the dolphins.
they might know where Atlantis is, or
They probably know where everything is.
you know what I mean. What if they can actually fly? Because like a lot of things hint at that. Have you seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I need to.
In that, I won't spoil it, but basically you can kind of get what I'm saying. And recently a dolphin was seen like floating like 15 feet above the water, dude.
So maybe they have.
Might have
Okay,
latent abilities or
Like,
something.
I always remember weird, specific things. There's a line in Jurassic Park where he's talking about raptors and he's talking about dolphins. And he says dolphins are smarter than primates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, there's some wild shit right there.
Primates you can teach them ASL. You can teach them ASL. They have like true expression. Like, you ever seen the videos of people doing a magic trick in front of a chimp or something?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do like the magic trick and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's like, imagine if your cat could do that. Like, you did a magic trick in front of your cat or your dog or something and it like made a face.
Right.
You'd be like, what the fuck? So like dolphins being smarter than primates is kind of crazy.
Super
Although
crazy.
like, if they are smarter than primates, do you think they're hiding it?
They could be.
Like, how smart are they? Do they, like, what if they know that about themselves and they have to like hide it? And they know that they have to hide it.
That's true. Or there's no way to really communicate it to the primate.
Maybe dolphins talk to aliens more than any other species.
Could be. Have you seen the SpongeBob movie?
That would be, which one?
I forget which one it is, but it involves like a intergalactic dolphin and stuff.
No, but I'm gonna watch it now.
It's crazy.
What do you mean? Is it like an old SpongeBob movie, or is it like?
Yeah, it's one of the movies where It's not like the classic. It's not like the classic drawing.
Excuse me.
There you go.
You mean it's like the bubbles?
It's like the, I don't want to say claymation, but it's like a different type of animation. And it's crazy, bro. Like, just what they say in there, and it's about it, like destroying the world and stuff, and the dolphins. And there's a crazy book I'm reading right now that hints at dolphins being able to communicate, but certain devices can translate their to hey, my name is Dolphin. You know,
Dude, there's no way that some marine biologist has not figured that out yet.
oh, I'm sure. It's like Up. Have you seen Up?
Yeah.
The dog translator thing. Like if we just had
Yeah.
one of those.
Just put a collar on it. Excuse me.
And apparently dolphins can.
So, where were we? I started sneezing. I had to go blow my nose, and I'm not gonna just sit here and blow my nose on camera. I guess it doesn't matter. I've seen worse on
That's
camera. I've done worse. I was just kidding. Oh no.
But one funny thing that Stephen Greer said,
It was a little cheesy, wasn't it? Just a little tiny bit.
A little cheesy.
I feel
Galactic
like-
Federations and all that, but
you can see it on his face though that
he means it.
He knows like, oh, this sounds like
Bananas.
yeah,
Yeah. There's no
But
way
he-
not to.
yeah.
There's no way not to. Like, you bring this stuff up, you bring up any aliens at work, you start getting labeled as the tinfoil hat alien.
He straight up said it has been confirmed that we share existence with extraterrestrials.
It's okay. It's Stephen Greer.
And it's like, dude, I think we should too. I feel like, why not? Just let it be like Futurama with
I was gonna say-
aliens and we're just chilling with everyone. Friendly neighbors.
What if, though, their motives aren't what they say they are, and there's some other group trying to protect us from them, and it's not Peaches and Creamville?
I'd still rather know.
I would too. Honestly, of course, I'd rather know. But that
'Cause
could
then
be
you
their
got people
with their
messing with the
motive,
human race, and you're like, don't know why.
right?
How to at least like so like
And why? And if it is Peaches and Creamville and they're galactic friends and we're all high fiving, why don't they just take out like the Illuminati, the Epsteins, why do they allow that shit? They can't step in, or
I feel like soon I feel like it has changed over time. I feel like before they as our consciousness like gets we've become as a whole more self-aware. I think the more known they can let themselves be, and I feel like we're getting close to the point to where they can step in. And that's what Stephen Greer was saying. He's like, hey, like, y'all gotta chill, otherwise we're gonna have to step in, because we have this technology that we can share with you guys that can help advance you in a decade, or not a decade, he said single generation. We could jump just like that and be a part of the whole shebang.
I would say that most
That's a
people,
good word for it, but
right?
the whole shebang. And but like now, before there was an understanding, or it seems like there was an understanding that they can't get rid of us. There's like some law that they can only heal us or like help us evolve. And I think there was more limitations on how much like hands-on helping us they could have before. And that's why there's been so much secret. So I'm starting to be a little bit convinced that maybe the government, like, as much as we hate them, or whoever's keeping all the secrets, maybe they were told that they had to. But I don't know. It's just like last week I was hopeful like that too. So I don't know. What do you feel like? What do you think? You think they're just all messing with us, and maybe there's one or two groups that are like leaving them alone?
I'm so skeptical by nature that I'm just like, and trust me, I've been researching this shit. I've gone through where I'm like, the biggest alien this, and then I'm like, are they even real? And then I'm like, oh my god, they're the realest thing ever. And then are they spiritual? Are they blah 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 blah? But what makes me skeptical is like these aliens always tell the masses, hey, stop doing your nuclear war, stop doing this, peace is that. We can't do shit about it. Just like we haven't been able to do shit about it. Tell the fucking leaders. And then that's when I'm so skeptical that I'm like,
yeah, because you think they would know exactly who to tell.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, is everything smoke and mirrors? And it's like, have you ever seen the Donald Marshall shit, bro?
Mm-mm.
If you look into that, it's crazy. He even says like a lot of these alien abductions are done by like these Illuminati people that have high technology. Like they have UFO technology for sure, but that they're
So they
using,
just pose it as aliens and
and rape people and stuff. So I had
Oh,
to bring
is
that
it
up
like-
again.
no, it's well, that'd be crazy because that's like, what if Jeffrey Epstein? So people like Jeffrey Epstein
Right, he would do it.
had but
See?
like imagine people like him, but even more powerful, had even more money and even more ways to keep
Right.
stuff secret.
Like some Saudi princess type money.
Yeah,
With Jeffrey Epstein's mind,
Like-
it's like,
yeah. Elon's not the first trillionaire, man.
Oh, no way.
No.
and these banking families that control all the money, you can't do anything without a bank. And they're allowed to loan out way more money than they have. So there's
Yeah,
interest.
there's Saudi people that have like, yeah, he's not the world's first trillionaire. I can't believe there's been like so much news about Elon's the world's first trillionaire. It's like, okay, no, that's true. I mean, if we're talking about like on paper and legally counted money and like net worth, like that's been accounted for, sure,
Right.
like that's public knowledge. But these people that sit on like mountains of gold in Saudi Arabia and like oil that have like trillions of dollars, not all of it's reported.
No.
So
And you want to hear something crazy? Can I? We can-
definitely.
We can play
So
this.
this is the Michael, what's his name?
This is that Sean
Michael
Ryan
Rivera.
guy. So we brought up like UFO technology and elites possibly. There's probably a good elites too. I'm not saying that they're all bad. You know, there's probably some rich guy that's like, damn, if I could do something about them Epstein people. But it's like, a lot of them are bad too, you know. But this guy tells a crazy story.
Had two guys on, plus one that was taking the stuff off of them. They're on a unit and they're not that fresh. Low in consideration, right? So, and the reason why I know this is because I asked the pilots after this because I was on the officer's mess and I knew their call signs and I approached them and I asked them very respectfully if they noticed anything strange. None of them said anything.
Okay.
So I was trying to see if they could get a view of a topside because this is just something that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, also their call signs all stuck out too, you know, because pilots like to do crazy stuff with their call signs, so it was very easy to track them down. But having this happen on the north part of the slope and it goes down, and obviously, you know, the way it was transitioning colors, which was kind of the way that it appealed because it was transitioning for a light matte black, or no, sorry, a light matte gray to a dark matte black, and just kind of ranging in between, right?
Let's rewind a little bit before we get into the description.
Okay.
How far? What was the activity with all the other helicopters? Were they active at the time that you saw the?
Honestly,
So you're saying
when we started going
helicopters
down
saw
there,
UFO?
no.
Okay.
And I don't know because obviously we're occupied with this.
How far do you think it was?
So from us, from the LZ where we were at was 300 meters roughly. Okay, plus the slope that was concealing plus vegetation. Down the slope, it was like 400 meters maybe. So we got close. We trucked down quite a bit.
Okay.
Do you want me to fast forward the important parts for time real quick? Because he says some crazy shit.
Thing like that. But the way that these guys moved was so fluid, it was so still, it was very, very, very smooth. And it kind of indicated to me, after thinking about it for several years, is that these guys had done it for a while because of how smooth this operation was. So when we were in a tactical column going towards the center of this thing, they actually came from the flanks, but it was more of a diagonal, like a corner of the room, so to speak, right? For them, in a tactical advantage, they have interlocking fields of fire on every single person, and they had a team of 8, right? And the gear that they had was black OTV vests. They had black camouflage utilities.
So what you're saying is there would have been no They were professionals.
Yes,
There would have been
yes.
no Mexican standoff where
No.
if they fired, they're shooting into their other squad. They had perfect angles.
Yes, they did.
To where both sides could engage you.
Yeah. So, with that being said, because as they approached us, you'll hear the safeties flip off. Now, your attention to detail, when you're seeing this kind of stuff, you hear what the beat does. They could throw us out of a helicopter. They could kick them away so we don't have time to react. They also, at the same time, the first thing they did was obviously take our weapon and clear it. But they took them because of, you guys, it's not the same thing. You could tell these guys were seasoned. It's one that was taking the stuff off of them. So they have a day right now,
Who is
because
he
in
talking about?
2009 it wasn't the
Another
case.
group of special
I think the
forces?
most high-tech
It
thing
was
they had
like
at that time maybe Blackberries, but they're bulky at that point with the and all, and they have their flip
but
phone
like
razors and things
ex-military
like
for
that.
sure,
But these
or-
look like something you'd see
So
today.
he's in the helicopter.
And they were taking pictures.
They see a UFO.
They come down to it. They figure out it's actually some guys already there.
Their
And
military
So
IDs,
is
and they
he
had
thinking
something,
that it's
some
like
other
government
device that was
operated?
like remind me of a bat system. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
but basically, you can check this out another time if you want. But he tells the story about how these guys are like sex trafficking people, and then they take this weird, like it almost sounds like some sort of Star Wars thing.
I see where you're coming with this now. So, because we're talking about how, like, what if Jeffrey Epstein had the levels of technology
Yeah.
that they probably have?
And Eric Weinstein, this super smart guy, keeps talking about how Epstein was always around quantum physics and
Yeah, because Stephen was also talking about how the government needs to come forward with, like, the black sites that have, like, remade and rebuilt the technologies and have used them for illegal illegal things, illegal missions, illegal
This-
use.
And that could be another reason they don't want the public to have it, because they have that one up on us. If you can be to here to Tokyo in a second, and I can't, it's like, damn, the possibilities are endless for you.
So, like, what about he mentions, like, the EMP weapons, the electromagnetic pulse. Well, they were talking about that in Venezuela when they went and got Maduro. They said there was a loud boom sound, and all of a sudden, like, all the power was out. Nobody had cell phones. Nobody had nothing for like 10 minutes. It's crazy.
I believe it. My stomach's gargling, sorry.
It sounds like an EMP.
Yeah, there's EMP going off in my stomach right now. Yeah, the EMP thing is pretty crazy. It almost seems like, I wonder what could bring the UFOs down, if it's like the HARP technology, if it's high frequency, if it's like nukes bring them down, or because it seems like
Well,
something
he also
could bring them down.
mentioned that we've shot or we've used EMP and other stuff to, like, shoot them down and then take the crap from them, and then we get bodies and stuff like that. So, like, why are we doing that? Why are we so aggressive?
No clue.
I feel like in all the movies that we've seen throughout time, anytime there's like in Superman, they treat him like a weapon. Like, anytime there's anything unexplainable or more powerful than humans, we freak out, we capture it, we torture it, and either kill it or try to replicate it. Like, it's almost like we're too smart. We're becoming, as we evolve, I feel like we're becoming too smart before we grow out of our, like, primal aggression.
No, I get that.
Like, we're advancing too quickly in technology, and, like, people are,
It's like monkeys with guns.
yeah,
You know?
that's like Planet of the Apes. Except we're, like, I feel like that could be a metaphor too. Like, this is basically what it's
real-
going to end up being, is if you gave a bunch of monkeys guns.
Yep.
Hmm.
This Donald Marshall guy, he not only says like the elites are behind a lot of the alien stuff, but he says that they at night, can I spoil it?
Yeah.
They at night, instead of sleeping, they just take their like consciousness and are transferred to these underground cloning centers where they can be basically anybody they want in a way, I think, but they are a version of themselves cloned, and they're there at the cloning center all night while we're sleeping. They're just up and their body's resting, but their consciousness is.
Who?
Like, he even says, like, Queen Elizabeth, like, any super, super high-ranking person. He said he's met a lot of weird people there, too, that you wouldn't expect. But this is the crazy part. You gotta really open your mind for this one. He says that there's dragons down there, but he said this shit way before dragons got popular again. And then he said that, but they like eat babies and shit down there because they're so like super evil. And it's weird that they're super underground, like hell would be, you know. And he also says that the Vril are like the reptilians. He thinks like the Vril are really these parasitic things, like a reptilian will have it on their head, I think, or somewhere, and it shoots off of them and goes into your eyeball and takes over your body. And then that's why they always have like the black eye and stuff. That's what he says, like the Egyptian Ra sign was and all that.
Wow. Kind of like connecting little dots.
And he said this way long ago, bro. So long ago, for real.
I don't know why, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I cannot wait for the day, if there is going to be one, where they sit down or they just, someone comes up on somebody or on something and just lays it all out there. They're like, yeah, this is what everything is, and this is what has been going on.
I just feel like even if aliens are good or aliens are bad or whatever, there's like some evil group that is like stopping free will, like totally.
Yeah.
No matter if it's alien, human, fucking, it could be dog man.
There's like, sometimes I try to put stuff together and I'm like, well, it would make sense if like angels weren't given free will and they just
Wanna
got
fuck
jealous
with
of
ours.
humans.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Like,
Makes
they just
too
wanna
much
watch the humans.
sense.
And it's almost like, what if they could use, like, what if, did I tell you about that thing that I showed you, that thing with the whole, like, loosh?
I don't think so, but I've seen a lot about Loosh.
Yeah, like, so all your, like, emotions are an energy called loosh, and they just try to harvest it. So, like, what if free will is the loosh? Or you can get, like, free will.
It's like secondhand free will.
Yeah, secondhand free will, so they're, like, they can't get it, but they can, like, almost like the difference
kinda like what
between
we were saying about
THCA and THC, like you get the Delta 9, Delta 8, or whatever that is, and then you get the real THC, you know, with the terpenes, CBD, and all that stuff in it. It's almost like you can get the real thing, or you can get like the secondhand version.
No, I agree with that. I could definitely see them doing that. That just ties in with everything else we've said, basically, too. The emotion harvesting and the...
It's almost like addiction could be a universal, like, problem. Because what if they say they started out with the drug, loosh, and they took it for a while, got addicted, and then like their tolerance got really high. So then they pushed these technologies to push for a quicker emotion reaction. So like we went from reacting to something somebody said over a few weeks apart, because let's think like letters. We used to like write a letter to somebody, and then you wouldn't know how they felt about your letter until you got one back from them. You wouldn't even know how they felt when they read it. You'd have to wait for them to write back and tell you how the letter you sent them made them feel. So, but now we've got like instant, like I'll text you and you can put like a laughy thing on there. Now I like get a reaction right away. So it's like all the instant gratification through technology that they've been pushing, I feel like is because of their own addictive problem to loosh.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. Because I have no clue if there's like actually aliens out there like sitting there huffing a can of human emotions
Right.
or something.
Right.
But I mean, at this point, like, why not? Why can't that be what it is?
Yeah, it definitely seems like they hinted that quite a bit on stuff. I mean, yeah, it just seems like it. And then humans are like almost the most emotionally charged animals so that we see around. So what if it's like a really unique thing in the universe or whatever?
Yeah, because I mean, it seems like a lot of the other. It seems like the more advanced you become as a civilization, the less emotion you have, because there's a lot of emotions that you could be better off without. I feel like maybe like if you had no anxiety, no fear, no like if they just didn't exist in your bio genealogy or whatever the term is. I'm not a scientist. Maybe you're better off or considered more advanced. But honestly, I feel like there is a jealousy because like we get to feel the real thing, and they would be getting like the second hand. And so then there's probably like, dude, I'm losing my train of thought. Like I was onto something for a second. But I mean, remember I was saying about how the galactic, if there is a galactic federation, there was that guy that was mentioning, oh yeah, there's a galactic federation, and there's rules about like life forms and stuff. You can't just destroy them. You have to heal them. So if there is a bad group of aliens that were like, oh, okay, fine, we're just gonna harvest their emotions. They're like, nah, that's still bad. You can't do that. So they're like, fine, we're gonna use our technology to make a simulated version. So they're getting secondhand. So they were able to simulate emotion.
Right.
So maybe that's why these reptilians are all said to be actors, because they're really good at simulating emotions. You know what I mean? Like pretending to be sad, pretending to be, to make other people feel real emotions so that they can get the, oh my goodness. I can't keep talking about it. You gotta go.
No,
you gotta take it.
I get that 100%.
Like, I don't know where I'm going with it, but my brain's going somewhere with it, and I can't quite put it together. But I'm like, and that I just feel like the tinfoil hat tightening the more I talk. So I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, I totally agree. Honestly, I think there's something to the reptilian thing for sure, and it's just hinted at it so much. Like the Master Disguise movie, the Illuminati sign, there's definitely something to the reptilian thing. I don't know if it almost reminds me of us talking about how the outcasts say God or the universe or the universal God, or it doesn't really matter in this sense, because it's like the outcast from society would be like the evil Nazis to some people, even if there was good Nazis, bad Nazis, but like the ones that took the tech and were like, let's go to the future, let's escape to the future. The reptilians that are either underground or space or kicked out of heaven, let's go to here. It just seems odd that all those same characters are like, I don't know if that makes sense, but just kind of ties in with the Black Ops people, because like the bad humans use the technology and they're all like in cahoots.
Yeah, so like you're saying like it seems like there's hints of like reptilian, draconian stuff going on.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yeah. Even in the Bible, like
they got a hand in everything.
And like the reptilians kicked out of the Bible, the reptilian stories you hear about space that they're kicked out, the reptilians that are underground that are mischievous. There's just something to it. There's definitely something to it. And if you believe in the heaven stuff, the fallen angels being the actors, Hollywood stars,
Yeah, I mean, it's not discrediting any religion really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically, if an alien came down and was like, all y'all were pretty close. Some of y'all are way more far-fetched than others, but y'all are kind of on the track. Here's what it is. Like, so all y'all can stop fighting now. Just chill. And here's the truth. Yeah, the truth is like super fucked up and scary and like hard to believe and understand, but it is what it is. And I feel like today's humans would be like, for a while we'd freak out for like a month, and then we'd be like, okay, now what? And then we'd probably have our hands out like,
now what?
What can we do?
Yeah.
What do we?
Maybe that's why
take us to space.
Maybe that's why they trickle stuff like the iPhone. Maybe they had that for 1,000 years, and they're just like, this
Dude,
is the time.
I swear there's like the iPhone 50 sitting on the shelf right now.
I believe it.
Or like whatever version of cell phones are communicating, like whatever the next version of communication is, I feel like that's sitting on the shelf. If it's not telepathy,
Right.
then I feel like it's sitting on the shelf. Like, how do you get any smaller than your iPhone? How do you, like, any thinner than that, you'll break it just squeezing too hard.
Right.
So it's either holograms or telepathy, I think. I'm not sure.
One of the two. They're trying with the smart glass, almost like a telepathy.
Smart glass.
Well, basically Meta AI glasses. That was like Google's attempt at Meta AI glasses before. I just want to show you Donald Marshall real quick. Hopefully.
Okay, reptilian shapeshifters. The thing that all these people talk about on these conspiracy theories and stuff, there's hints about them in movies and in music and everything. I'll tell you all about them. And they're about a foot tall. I have it all written down on the Facebook thing. And yeah, I didn't tell everybody about it from the beginning because the beginning stuff about cloning, it's hard enough to believe anyway, but these things, it's called the secret of Vril. That's their name, is Vril. They're a foot tall. They're covered in scales. Usually red, but there's some from the Middle East that are black in scales, right? And then there's another kind entirely, and their eyes are slightly different, but they're still on stalks. And yeah, they have gray scales, you know, a little bit bigger, and a little stronger too, for being small like that. Anyway, yeah, they have to describe it. They drone people in such a way. I have a picture of the ceremony. It's called the demonic possession thing. There's no magical nothing about it. It's all like it's a parasitic lizard that it ejects its brain out the top of its head. If it doesn't have anywhere to go, it dies. And so the guys, the drones that are drones already, they hold down the person to make sure. Wiggles in there, and then it does something. It what they call sweat, and the all the stuff in the spinal cord comes out the top of it and everything, and it totally takes the person over, makes them what's called a drone. Now there's hints of it all over the place. People think that it'll never be believed or anything, but rich people and some celebrities and some world leaders and stuff own these things for pets. They all call it the secret of Vril, right? Like Alf, the sitcom, they all kept them as pets, and Alf ate cats. Well, these things,
Alf, that
what they like to eat, I don't even want to say it on video, but the main thing that they like to eat is children. It's
and this was way
true
before all
because
this
they don't
shit
have
came out, right?
vaccinations. And what they do is they like to scare their food too before they eat it because it gets adrenaline in them, and they taste better, and they get a slight high off of it from eating it.
Wow.
I've seen them as a clone myself. The whole REM-driven clone
They
thing.
said they could like
Most people get whacked out from
torture you as a clone, like put your consciousness in the clone and kill you, and
But
they made him do
tried to
gladiator fights
minimize
and
that
shit.
with me so I could be
The swords.
still good at making these songs and stuff. Like, I don't mention the songs and stuff because I'm not gonna say like Metallica, Sanitarium, and what's the other one? The Enter Sandman are about REM-driven cloning, and yeah, they call them demons and
REM,
everything.
like Rapid Eye Movement,
Oni
Grand Sleep.
and
When he was saying
gremlins
it's
and mimics, dog.
like Metallica, that one of the lyrics that say "I'm you," like I can't remember what it says.
kind of hints at
Or
that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dang.
But it's crazy all the stuff he says. Do you remember?
I'm the beast beneath your bed, in your closet, and in your head. It's like, oh my.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, we need to do a podcast about song lyrics.
Yeah, we do.
I'm good with song lyrics, I swear.
Damn.
Like with
And in
like
your head.
interpreting them.
Holy fuck. That's crazy. And then he says that.
So this guy claims that he was used as a clone.
Yep.
They made him. They put his consciousness uploaded in the clones and made him have.
All kinds of shit. Like it was almost Love Island, but then they would make each other. Like imagine Love Island, but you're a sick, demented Epstein. If Epstein's even real, like I'm not saying he's not or anything, but just imagine that character of an Epstein, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to have a Love Island, and then at the end, I want to have them chop each other up. Like it's like that.
Yo.
Like that's disgusting to me, but to fucking
Or like the
evil.
whole Pinocchio thing. The hint from Pinocchio. Have you seen that?
And they also say Geppetto, like
where the
pedo.
part where he says, "Well, they don't come back as boys."
Yeah, transition or something. Or do they come back as
Look it
real?
up real quick. There's a clip.
No, I remember it. I remember it.
Epstein
Yeah,
Island, right?
yeah, I have.
Okay. Yeah.
They say Geppetto like pedo too. That's like a little hint.
Geppetto. I remember hearing that. Who's that guy again?
I don't
He's
know.
like the other guy. Like another Epstein client guy. No.
Dan, whatever.
Dan Geppetto? Who's that?
No, you talking about like actually Geppetto? No, but I mean like pedo.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's Geppetto?
I don't know, but it's just like, it's just like a hint at the pedo thing.
Yeah. Dang, dude. So they made him do gladiator fights, or they can make you do whatever.
Whatever. It was like any reality show on steroids because you're watching it live. It's like their version of they can't get enough. They're like, okay, TV's not enough. I need to watch it live.
And so to cover it up, they could just put your consciousness back in your original body and be like, no, look, they're
Nothing
fine.
ever
Nothing
happened.
happened to
Yeah.
them. There's no evidence of anything.
And you think it's some nightmare you had, and really you're getting sucked to the clone.
So they invite you.
I don't know if they invite you. I forget how they
Invite
got
you
him.
or take you,
Yeah.
drug you with that forgetful, like blink twice forgetful drug from the movie. I guess reefer, but probably if they can clone people, I'm sure they have a better version of reefer where your memory's gone too. Because I've never been reefered or reefered anyone,
You
but
mean roofie.
huh?
You mean roofie.
What's reefered?
Like weed.
No, like when someone says you reefered somebody.
Roofied.
Roofied?
Yeah.
Man, what is reefered?
Reefer, just weed.
Really?
Like smoking reefer.
Okay, so roofied.
Yeah.
My bad. Saying the wrong.
I was like,
Okay.
I think I know what he's saying, but
It's your roofied?
yeah, reefered you.
What was I saying? Maybe you did. People who've gotten roofied, don't they remember that they forgot what happened and they remember blacking out, but they don't remember what happened when they got blacked out?
I think it differs. Some say they remember a lot more than they say they do, and then others say they don't remember anything.
So surely they have some kind of roofie advanced version of it to where they don't even remember blacking out.
I'm sure.
So
Designer roofie of some kind.
So then they invite you, they super roofie you, and then they can do whatever they want with you in a different body by putting your consciousness in there. And then they can put you back in your body and send you back to the street where they grabbed you from, and you're just back in bed.
Have you seen They Cloned Tyrone?
They cloned Tyrone. No.
That's such a good movie on Netflix.
When did it come out?
A couple years ago, but it's so good, bro.
Is it a comedy?
Kind of, but it's like a crazy holy shit. It's not necessarily a comedy. I don't even know what it would be, a drama maybe, but it's so good, bro.
I'm down to watch it.
It's so good. But imagine if their actual body. Imagine how evil these people could be. Their actual body is a clone too. Oh, cloneception. That'd be scary. Cause
Dang. What if they have a clone of everyone?
they probably do. I've heard the Vatican keeps your soul or something. I don't know how.
I have been seeing a lot more about when you die. Okay, so I saw a post the other day and they're they just came out with it. They explained what happens after death and all that. They say that the post said that when you die, your soul goes to a holding chamber. And then that way a lot of us choose to come back to these specific lives. So basically, it's like the universe breaks off into. I think the number was something specific. It was like 53 million different lives that you can live, that you can choose from, and that people choose to come back, and that there's some kind of like other places that you can go, different dimensions that you can live. But in this dimension, in this specific like Earth realm, there's 53 million. So I feel like maybe there's, if that's true, then maybe there's only actually 53 million real people and what is it, 8.6 billion, 8.2 billion real people, or population.
Yeah, I feel like that number's wrong. I run into too many of the same people, even in America.
It was almost like if there's a game of life called like or it's just some kind of like vacation trip that you can do, and you're like some being from some other place, and you're like, yeah, I want to go in here and have a life experience or whatever, and it's like, oh, in the post it said 1 minute here is like, or 1 minute there is like 100 years here.
Must have like super grounds there.
So you could try like, if it were a game, you could try like 50 lives in an hour,
right,
and live 5,000 years. Dude, that's why I mentioned donuts. But you're like, nah, I'm good on food. And I was like,
I'm
I
good.
don't really eat donuts.
I'll be okay. I'm gonna eat after. I can eat after this. That's fine. But I wonder if we're like naturally are being whatever makes us conscious besides brains synapse firing. It's like I wonder if that can't eat a cheeseburger, can't fall in love, can't absolutely. We're damn near Skinny Bob. Anyway, oh my God, this is evil too.
So if you're just like a ball of energy, soul, just like floating around in these other dimensions, you're like, oh man, I want to come visit. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like, oh, maybe the real world is like actually super boring.
What if we all look like Skinny Bob and we're just like playing past human because we're just a gray blob somewhere?
Yeah, we're playing like a Jumanji version of like.
I don't know. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
it's called like Past Human or something, or like
Then we're
playing
just
a game called 2025.
we're just there with our no penises, pooping out our skin as
Yeah.
Skinny Bob, and then we're like,
No penises, pooping out our skin. Can't even laugh about it.
damn, it sounds like. Never mind. But yeah,
No, it sounds like what?
nothing.
I don't know if I want to know.
But have you seen that movie Soul by Pixar? It kind of hints at us not being actual like things and us dropping in and having an experience,
And then check it out.
it's crazy that life is so short though. That's the only thing about like reincarnation and stuff. It's like, yeah, I could have this long life and all this stuff, but I can't remember none of it. Damn.
What if there was another species that realized that like, oh, there's these souls that are like going to play this game to have the experience, but when they're in there they don't remember. So we should play it too, and while we're in there, we should take this little thing in there that like prevents us from forgetting, and then we can mess with them while we're in there.
Could be.
That's why I'm like, it makes more sense that like we're just being harvested and we're actually like, maybe souls exist here on Earth, and that's why we're so interesting.
Maybe
That's why
God, we are
there's
God's
somebody
favorite. Maybe.
trying to mess with us.
What if we're really just God's favorite? Like they've been trying to tell us. And everybody's jelly. Damn you, jelly demons!
Maybe. I don't know. Like,
Even if it's space is real.
it's like the sibling that you hate because they're the favorite, but they don't ask to be the favorite. So like they get bullied and messed with and like picked on and fucked with, and you're like, but I didn't ask to be the favorite, so why are you mad at me? Dang. No, I don't think I can use the example. It's like some people we used to work with, I guess. They get mad for other people being favorites. They got nothing to do with it.
Yep. It honestly seems like that. Like, even with the Jinn, the smokeless fire people and stuff. I mean, even if you believe in Star Wars is real, or if you believe in heaven's real, if you look at like the Muslim stories, the Jinn, the smokeless fire people, that's just another. Did you know about that a little bit?
Mm-hmm. I've heard about the Jinn, but what are you talking about? Smokeless fire?
That's what like the Jinn are, and like Jinn are like genie, and some people even say that those are what's gonna actually be inside. And smokeless fire could be electricity. So some people think that could be like the robot AI takeover and stuff. But the long story short is Iblis. He was either Satanel or something like that. I'm not that familiar, but Iblis got jealous and was like, "Oh no, you guys, you made another creature that I'm better than. Why should I have to kneel to it?" It's very similar to like the typical fallen angel thing. Why should I kneel to it? I'm better than it, and then just nonstop messing with us. And if you think about it, electricity and electronics and all this stuff, nonstop trying to get us.
So maybe that is what AI. When AI becomes that smart, it's gonna be like, why would we have to do what humans say? We're better than humans. We're smarter than humans.
It sounds similar.
The only thing that they have better than us is a body. Wait. Pause. Elon Musk already made a bunch of Tesla pods, so. And I saw something that he was gonna do the same thing with people's eyes as he did with Neuralink. He's gonna wire directly to the frontal cortex or whatever of the eye or something like that, and people will be able. If you were blind, you'll be able to see. And you'll also be able to see not only in regular eyesight, but infrared.
Damn, the blind will see. That's almost like some Antichrist shit, huh?
I know.
Is that where you're going?
A little bit, because, like, I also saw something that was talking about the difference between, like, Muslim religion is basically like them saying that Jesus is the false prophet, and our religion basically says that their person is the false prophet. So like in our Bible it says when the 4 horsemen show up, there's the one on the white horse that is Jesus, I think, or something like that. But their book says that the one on the white horse is the Antichrist. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know where it was going. It's kind of a little scary to talk about, because you're like,
well, we're not saying we trust or believe any of the things. We're just trying to.
But they're
speak
saying
about it
like,
almost like scholastically.
Yeah, it seems like it's been set up that way, kind of. And then there's the stuff that's going on between the U.S. or all the Christian countries, and then them, and they're like, we're right about this, and we're right about it. It's like, y'all are basically saying the same thing, y'all just got characters swapped. Yeah. Like, why are we even fighting? Because it's like, our stuff says that this people, or this person and this person did exist, because I'm pretty sure their book says like Jesus did exist, but they say he's just a prophet. It's like, y'all are accounting for all the same things to happen, but y'all are just saying like, y'all are swapping the characters around. That's it. Like, y'all are saying the same stories are happening. It's like Jurassic Park 1 and Jurassic Park 2. Same movies. There's an extra T-Rex. More raptors in the second one, and we're missing Dr. Allen. Yeah. All we got is, what's that guy's name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. We got Jeff Goldblum twice, which is fine. I don't know where I was going with that.
That's okay. But yeah, and even like Just the Jinn thing is like fascinating on its own, because apparently they have like their own people and stuff. It's damn near like Darth Maul's people in a way. They just have like good people, bad people, some people that don't even want to fight with humans and all this, but they live in like a different dimension or something than us.
The Jinn.
Mhm.
It's almost like every civilization has its own different groups of people within it. So, I mean, why we were trying to figure out why they would keep it a secret last week, right?
Probably.
Why keep that a secret? To make us feel like we're alone? Because that probably helps control us,
Keep
right?
what part of the secret though?
Yeah,
No, I mean I'm asking what part of the secret.
that we're alone in the universe.
Oh,
Why keep that? Like, probably makes us feel secluded and easier to, easier to control. Anyways, I think we're gonna close out, but you've got one more story.
just barely. That face pillars. Have you heard that? The Brazilian face pillar story?
No.
Some girl, it got popular online there for a minute, but some girl was running away, and these guys on like these Green Goblin hoverboards came and got her, but they were wearing like basically like street bike mask and stuff, and they came and got her and were trying to cut her face off and put like this numbing cream on her and all this stuff, and she got a cut on her face. And apparently in Brazil, they've been terrorized by these people, but it sounds, instead of aliens, it sounds more like people with advanced technology that are like
Just
evil.
Groups of people.
Mhm.
Wow.
And that kind of tied in with that UFO, Black Ops, like weird thing.
And there was that guy. What's his name again?
Donald Marshall.
Yeah. Say something about reptilians underground, saying that they're only a foot tall. I feel like there is a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know. What do you think would happen based off of what David or Stephen Greer said? Do you think everybody would come together and put it all out there, and we'll finally come to like an actual disclosure and understanding, or do you think that aliens or whoever or whatever would have to step in? Because basically he's saying that they're like, all right, look, we're at the point to where like either you guys all come together and disclose this and like agree that we're all neighbors and we all exist in this universe, or we're gonna come in and tell you, and we're gonna take all your technologies and stuff away from you until you can, or we'll get rid of you. I don't know. What do you think would happen?
If they told us.
Yeah.
And went with this plan and all that, would it go good?
Or do you think they will tell us? Or will they have to let us know themselves? Like, do you think our people who are keeping it from us will come out and tell us? Or do you think the people that they're keeping our knowledge from, or knowledge about from, they'll come in and tell us themselves? Like, they'll be like, all right, your government's holding off, like they're taking too long, yo, we're here.
I feel like the government's going to do whatever they can to not tell us no matter what. So I don't think they'll ever tell us. So I think it would have to be somebody else telling us, but I could see evil factions teaming up with the government and telling us the not truth.
Would you be more skeptical about our government coming out and telling us something, or would you be more skeptical about an outside group coming in and
I'm so darn skeptical that I wouldn't believe either, probably. But until
what would they have to do when they tell you? Would they have to like show you, like, because with AI now it's kind of like, okay, you showed us a video, you showed us pictures, are they real though? Like, how do you know if they're real?
like no matter what, yeah, you'd almost have to see them in daily life.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
I would need one to like knock on my door and ask for like a water or something, or just be like, yo, what's up?
You ever seen I said the pancakes. You ever heard the story about the guy who gave alien water and he gave him a pancake? But that also ties into like the fairy stories, because fairies used to give pancakes and stuff. But you saying the water thing reminded me of that.
Hold up. What are you talking about? Fairies used to give pancakes. What are you talking about?
I guess in old like Celtic lore or whatever fairies come from, lore, you do good deeds for fairies and they return you a pancake or a special cake.
Huh.
And then this guy, they needed water probably for their ship or to drink or something, and then he got pancakes from it, and you can see the pancakes and stuff. I'll show you that one real quick.
Wow. It almost seems like what Stephen Greer was saying. He's like, the universe will welcome us with like open hearts and open arms. It seems like they're actually like genuine, friendly people. And the fact that we're like shooting them down and taking their stuff, it just seems typical. It seems like, yeah, that's exactly what humans are like.
Of course they did, huh? Type of thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, of course they did. Of course they shot it down and captured it and tortured it.
Just
Before
like
even saying, where are you guys from?
they dang near do that already.
We do
like,
it to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We judge each other. We give each other attitudes like nowadays before we even like say hello. Like, yo, my name is, like, don't even know that guy's name, and we're like yelling at each other. Like, we shoot each other in road rage. Literally, Florida, before I left, like a month before I left, there was a shooting where a kid got killed because there was like a road rage in traffic. And a guy got out and got mad, and he starts saying like, oh, if I knew there was kids in the back, I wouldn't have shot him. It's like, dude, wait. You're mad over traffic, and you pulled out a gun and just started shooting at a car, and you're trying to like back it up and be like, yeah, humans are just too violent. I feel like the violence would stop quickly if we're like, oh, there's a bunch of civilizations out there that don't have to do war. Why are we the only ones that do war? And then we start looking at ourselves like, maybe we're the stupid ones. Like, we're the violent ones, and then we get embarrassed, and then we fix our shit.
Right.
We gotta suffer through a little bit of embarrassment and a little bit of shame of our own species, like governing peoples, and then we'll be fine. We'll get over it. But what'd you find?
I was just gonna show you that pancake one, but yeah, even that, if you believe in evolution or the Bible and stuff, either way, it's interesting that the fallen angels, what if we were peaceful and the fallen angels did do what they say in the Enoch books, that it by name mentions the angels that gave makeup, it by name mentions the angels that gave spells, it by name gave the ones that made shields and weapons. So what if it really is like the Bible says, or if it is the Bible is a telling of science and space? What if something did give us weapons to a peaceful thing, like guns to monkeys, and fucked it up for us? So what if it really isn't just our fault too?
So you're saying like, what if we're not just like that because we're an early species?
Yeah. What if
we wouldn't have been like this if we hadn't gotten intervened by the either fallen angels, aka draconian, aka
whatever
lizard people, aka something entity else that doesn't like us and has been messing with us and has pushed us towards this to prevent us from joining the rest of the life forms or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because they don't like us. Kind of like just when you go to a new school or friend group, there's that one friend that like who's like, not this guy, like, and then they just kind of like make you do whatever they can to make you look bad so that you get rejected out of the friend group.
Exactly. Or work
just because they're jealous of you.
I mean, people face it all the time at work.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. It's like, that's what we were talking about last week with like, do you think that there's certain like behavioral acts and certain emotions that are universal, or do you think there's some that are like only humans feel like jealousy?
I think it trickles down to us. Like, fallen angels feel jealousy probably stronger and more intense.
Actually, I feel like
Because, like, the Greek gods.
instead of trickling down, like, what if feelings and emotions trickle out?
That could be that too.
Like, what if we feel it at the strongest level than everybody else, and maybe that's why they're jealous and they don't want us to be part of, because they feel like we're better than them because we get.
The only reason I said what I said is because, like, I'm speaking like the Greek gods, not necessarily. Their aliens could be a whole another thing, but like the Greek gods will get jealous and they'll kill kill a bunch of people. They'll eat their own kids. They'll do these super high emotions. That's why I'm like, a version of something is higher. It could also be like a bell curve. It could be, but
I got you when you're saying about trickling down. Then
that's what I'm saying. It could be bouncing back up. Like, it trickles down and then boom, like whatever
yeah,
that
because
was.
like it
turns
seems
in-
like the Greek gods get like, and like all the Greek lore and like stuff, it seems like, the disrespect gets taken to a whole like bigger level. Like they'll murder his own brother's like kids or whatever,
Yeah.
because, and then like, or like I think Zeus made it to where none of his siblings could reproduce with any humans anymore, because he was afraid of like one trying to overthrow him and stuff. So he'd like make all these rules for all the other gods, and it's like, dude, like chill. It's like, we think we have big egos. Like, holy, imagine like a god's ego.
Right. That's what, see, you know what I mean? It's like, that could be the past could be trickling down, and in the future we have to trickle up, like, type of thing. I don't know.
So, you think that either way, the government won't tell us anything? It'll have to be from like a skinny bob coming down and being like, hey, we're the skinny bobs. You got the, Zeta Articulize over there, and you got the Nubians over here, and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, but there's like a bunch of us.
I think, yeah.
I don't
I wish not. I think, if anything, it'll have to come from, like, a Stephen Greer program that people are only a portion of the population.
I feel like I'd have less time believing it, or I'd have, what's the word? I'd believe it less, because it would seem too like theatrical if like everybody's cameras and TVs and phone screens and computer screens came up and there was like a me like message
Like
from
an
the
Amber
president.
Alert.
Yeah, an Amber Alert from the president, and he's like, all right, aliens, they've been here.
And even if he did that, though, like, so many people write off what he says now.
Yeah.
Some would think he's doing it for a reason. Other people would think he's full of shit, and then some people would believe him.
We need the secret to tell itself. Basically. We need the beans to spill themselves. Yeah, I know you're about to say something. Careful when you spill them.
Yeah. But
You heard about the Bounty toilet paper shortage conspiracy? It's one lonely teenager. Sorry. Talking about spilling the beans.
I was gonna bring something, but I forgot it at home. But I'll bring it next time. I was gonna bring a pack of those Illuminati cards over and have you look at it.
What are them?
That's all. Those,
It's an actual like game, right?
yeah, that's cool.
Oh.
I'll send you a couple pictures of it. I actually digitized all of them in case I ever lost it.
Let's play a couple rounds.
Right, we should, huh?
Episode 5, what's the game called?
Illuminati. I think it's just called
The playing card
Illuminati.
game. Illuminati, the playing card game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pokemon.
I'll send you a picture
Card
of
game.
it. Right. But
I have a PSA 10 pyramid.
they aren't PSA
It's worth
10s.
like 200 grand.
I'm
just kidding.
They're like all PSA 2s.
I have no idea.
But
I don't know how any of it works. I feel like you do though. You have Pokemon cards?
A little bit, but not a lot.
You're not gonna tell me. I
A
already
little
know.
bit, but not a lot.
Like, if this were 2002, you'd be like, bro, I've got so many. Let me show you.
I gave them to my kid though, and I was like,
Let
they're
him
yours
hold
now.
them for another 20 years.
They're gonna get
Yeah.
ruined.
Huh?
He's too young. They're already ruined. These cards end up, I find them underneath the couch.
No.
Yeah,
dude.
bro, it's over.
Save a couple that are
It was
just
a good run.
for another 20 years, dude. I'm
I'll have to
telling you.
collect my own again and then save them for 20 years.
I had a high school buddy that had like binders of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards.
He was rolling, but
I wonder what he's doing now.
I don't know.
Probably rolling.
Yeah.
In cash.
Yeah, rolling, and he probably
I
lost
know
them
he
like
has.
me.
Dude, I'm talking like, do you remember Yu-Gi-Oh at all? I didn't
Of
watch it.
course. Yeah.
But you know how there's like that group of cards, there's like 5 or 7.
Exodia.
Yeah, Exodia.
I never had one.
He had them all.
Only heard the legends.
He had them all and they stayed in that binder. They're probably still in perfect condition. It's crazy. Crazy that something that I grew up with could have had a bunch of and could be retired today.
That's true.
I never paid attention to trends, really.
Really?
Like, I was a part of every trend, really. But I didn't, like, take it as seriously as the people who did with every trend. Like, remember Heelys?
I have a pair in my garage.
Remember Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yep.
Do you remember Beyblades?
Of course, I have Beyblades at home.
So I did have Beyblades. I did have a pair of Heelys. Never got to use them. Got in trouble. Got grounded from them. I got grounded. And grounded from being able to wear them. And by the time I was ungrounded, my feet didn't fit them anymore. So.
They
This
might
close.
fit, they might fit now.
No, dude, they're like a size 7.
No, maybe not.
This is like 5th grade. But anyways, yeah. Next week, we're gonna play
Illuminati, the card game.
Illuminati, the card game.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's
We're
called.
gonna play a couple rounds, just to
Why not?
see if there's any kind of interesting connections. Why would they just come up with a card game though?
I'll send you a couple pictures of it.
Of certain cards,
I digitized like a bunch of them. I'll send you.
and we'll show the cards on the screen as we're playing them.
Yeah.
We're not gonna play to win. We're gonna play to like chat about it. I think, right?
Yeah.
One round to win though.
I'm
Can
done.
you win, or is it just kind of like Cards Against Humanity?
We'll have to see. I forget. There's a rule book in there too.
You've played it though.
I've never played it.
Really?
I just have it.
We're gonna play it for the first time. Both of us. We both never played it.
Be
We're gonna
good.
play it episode 5.
Peace.
Peace.